on TV. The first fight I'm talking about now, and everyone was into that one. That one was a very competitive fight, even though Corolla never had the actual lead in that one either. Linares is just better technically. He throws harder punches. His combinations, they're more accurate than what Corolla was throwing. So
So
I
why
had
did we
I
do
had
it?
the first.
So why
Hold
did
on,
we
hold
have it?
on. I
All
had
right.
the first fight like 8-4. Didn't really see a need for a rematch, other than the fact that the financially this first fight did good. Over here in the States, we didn't really. A lot of people didn't pay attention. I don't think the first one was on American television. I think I streamed it that day to watch that fight. Um, so then over here, we're saying that it was a great fight, even though probably many of the people writing in the chat rooms about it never actually even seen the fight. They're just going off of reports. So they brought it back to Showtime. So now you got American television putting money into the pot. Corolla has 5-6 losses, so he doesn't care about the rematch, win or lose, because now he 5 or 6 losses. You're on the downside. He needs the money, and that's why this fight was made. And it was absolutely the same fight. One thing I didn't like about Corolla last night is he kept getting on the inside where he needed to be, Lee, and then he would back out. He would immediately land like a punch or two and then reset the whole thing. 2 bounce back resets to get back in the inside where he needed to be. Linares just punished him. Every time he went out, he had to take at least 3 punches to get back in. Then he would get in, land one, and then immediately jump back out. It was insane because the kid was not outboxing Linares. He couldn't. He's not that good on the outside. He might be good over there in the UK. I know he has a bunch of their titles. That's why he's very popular out there. And what a good showing for a guy with 6 defeats too. That's incredible how many people were at that fight. So yeah, Linares is just, one thing I thought Linares didn't, he's going to have to work on is Lee. He threw like the same 3 punches the whole night because it just worked,
Right.
jab, right, uppercut, jab, right. And they're talking Mikey Garcia. They're talking Vasily Lomachenko. You can't say these names and throw the same 3 punches all night. It's not going to work with these guys. So,
Yeah, I get that.
right. I was like, it was very much the same fight every round. I never had Corolla winning in this night. The first fight, he's hurt. The second fight, he's dropped. It was a duplicate of the first fight. Just this time, Linares did it a lot easier. He knew how to beat him. Linares looks good. It's been about 5 years since his last defeat, even though a lot of his opponents in these last 5 years are not the people that he's gunning for in his next fight, and that's Mikey Garcia, and Vasily Lomachenko. This will be his biggest test of his whole career, and he has 3 losses. So we have to. I mean, the fight is there. He's the ring champ. He's the WBA champ. He's the WBC, I think, silver champ. I don't think he has the real WBC belt. I think they had some, or diamond. He's the WBC diamond or something.
Diamond champion.
Yeah, diamond
Yes.
champion. So, yeah, the fight's there. He's earned it. But he's got to learn. He's got to do more than just the three punch combo when he fights either of the next 2 opponents that he's asking for. I liked him. I liked the fight, Lee. Just a lot of the same stuff. Maybe he should have used last night to try different things. You know what I'm saying? He had a fighter that was basically taking every combo, trying to get on the inside. So he should have mixed it up probably a little bit more than what he was actually doing.
Yeah. But it was a mismatch from the beginning. It's a fight that it's been done, and it wasn't worth doing again.
No doubt. I think they brought this back because of financial reasons for both fighters. It was just the right fight. And like I said, 6 defeats, and you're selling out. You're on Showtime. You're on Sky Sports. No, that's a good payday for Corolla himself.
Yeah, I agree. So that takes us to the main event of the evening, the replay of Gennady Golovkin. I had an opportunity to play golf on Friday with an unnamed Nevada Athletic Commission official who also watched the fight, and we discussed it for many holes.
Nice.
And he and I both agree that the fight was scored correctly. You are in the minority.
Well, look, Lee, I sent you the scorecards. I don't know if you had a chance to look them over.
So, round 6, 7, your whole 6,
Yeah,
7, and 8
well,
discussion.
actually, it was 7, 8, and 9. So I had
7, 8, and 9.
I had that.
Yeah, I've got it.
So 7, 8, and 9. The three judges, two of them gave Golovkin 2 of the 3, and one judge gave Golovkin 3 rounds straight. That's where they got it wrong. You 7, 8, and 9 people is all you have to watch to judge this fight. Everything else, I mean, it's those 3 rounds that change the scorecard. That's literally the 3 rounds that you have to watch to judge to see who actually won this fight, because they have everything else basically correct. Couldn't really argue about the rest of their scorecards. But those 3 rounds right there, there's no way. Absolutely no way Golovkin sweeps all 3 of those rounds. He's lucky if he wins one of them. One of them. If you look at the scorecard, people, Daniel Jacobs clearly dominated the second half of this fight. From round 6 to round 12, they give him, I believe, 2 of them give him 4 rounds. One of them gives him 3, because he gives 3 to the other guy, to Golovkin. He dominated. If you look at those 3 rounds and then you judge it on yourself and you don't have Triple G winning those 3 rounds, Danny Jacobs dominated the second half of this fight, even on their scorecards. I mean, if you flip on 2 of them, if you flip those 2 rounds, he won the last 6 in a row on their scorecard. Not mine. I'm just saying, watch those 3 rounds, because those are the ones in my eyes that changed this whole fight. And I don't have Triple G winning 3 in a row. I had him winning 1. I had him winning the 7th and the 8th and 9th. There's clearly no way he won those 2 rounds. Watch the fight. It was a good match. No matter what, Lee, how you score it, this is a good fight that should be brought back, and they're not going to do it. And I get it. Okay, Canelo's bigger to sell.
It's a dangerous fight.
It is.
Look, it's just a dangerous trap fight where the styles didn't quite match up. Would it happen again? Who knows? I mean, Gennady Golovkin could turn around and, drop him this time.
No doubt.
Definitively. Right? Like, anything could happen, and I don't think you want to risk bigger paydays with Gennady Golovkin because he is on the backside. And I don't know, I watched the fight, and my impression is this. I don't think you can definitively say that he's gotten old. It's definitely a theory you could float out there, but I don't think it's a definitive thing. I don't.
No, Kell Brook, I think what helped Kell Brook, and I liked what Spence said in the first press conference with Brook Lee when he talked about when he kind of was talking smack to Kell Brook, and he says, you only did good for 2 rounds of those 5 with Triple G, so stop acting like you're the one who exposed them. And I was saying that the day after that fight. I thought the internet was just they were drooling over Kell Brook a little bit more than I was giving him credit for, because I seen a guy who went into survival mode after like 6 minutes of the fight. But his skills are still one of the best. He was undefeated. We know he's a good boxer, right? We knew that. So he was landing punches. Can't knock him. We thought Triple G, he doesn't have a lot of power. Maybe Triple G was disrespecting him just by walking in, not really giving him any respect. In this fight, though, Jacobs is bigger. Jacobs is an American boxer. He only has 1 defeat. He has what did he have? 9 knockouts, 10 knockouts in a row going into this fight. Knocked out an undefeated Peter Quillen. This guy had respect in the middleweight division. This was a big fight. And I don't know if Triple G passed. Like Lee, I guess what I'm trying to say is you can look at the whole 24 knockouts in a row of Triple G and it not mean shit compared to this fight. When you look back at Triple G's career, Danny Jacobs should be one of the first champions you look at to gauge Triple G against other legends of the middleweight division. You know how people do this argument all the time. There's not really another guy on Triple G's roster that you would say, oh, well, he beat Murray. right? Oh, he beat Gabriel Rosado. These guys don't add up. Danny Jacobs was that guy. And that was a very close fight. Very, very, very close fight. Uh,
You're a hater.
no, not a hater. Not a
Hater.
hater. Look at, I
You
like,
probably like single stuff Oreos and not double stuff Oreos.
I have no idea. If there's Oreos in the house, I'll eat them. Whatchamacallit? No, I don't hate Triple G. I do think he's over the hill though. I think boxing won, De La Hoya won. They all outweighed him. Sergio Martinez, Miguel Cotto, all these guys that gave him money to step aside, they all won. All right, they didn't have to face this guy when he was on top of his game. Now they're all running to face him. Like Billy Joe Santos.
Well, here's my look. Now I start to get into this debate. Okay, this is my newest debate. What if it's really not Floyd Mayweather and it's not really Gennady Golovkin, where people give these guys a hard time for not fighting that guy or this guy or at the right time guy, and it really is just the fucked up politics of this sport, right?
Well, we have two different arguments though, Lee, and I'm gonna.
That's a good. By the way, that's a good argument.
It is, but I'm gonna tell you who. Larry Merchant, is that the one? That's the one that retired, right? Yes, because Letterman. Yeah,
The
Merchant.
drunk.
Yes,
The drunk.
he told us many times about Floyd's A and B list, right? He told us many times about this freaking list that I still think he has, and he will show us one day how many times Floyd Mayweather was scratching off the A-list guys. But there's that out there. Then there was the fight. Oh, he fought the undefeated, I believe he was Puerto Rican kid in the junior welterweights. And Merchant calls him out. He goes, "We have no more of these guys for you. When are you going to fight someone that's legit?" They never said that to Triple G, Lee. They never. Yeah. We had Carl Froch literally send out tweets. "I don't want to fight this guy. He's a monster." We had Cotto and Martinez paying them money. We had Canelo freaking call him out on a Saturday and give him his freaking title on a Monday. That's the best one. I love that about Alvarez. Mexicans don't play. We could fight, bro. Monday, fuck it, take my title. There you go, champ. No, he literally was ducked. I don't know if Floyd Mayweather was ducked, Lee. You know, Floyd's whole argument is it doesn't make money. It doesn't make money. That was always his argument. They've never had that argument or excuse for Golovkin. So there's two different situations there on why these guys didn't get super fights. Martinez begged Mayweather, okay? Paul Williams really never begged. Paul Williams always was in line with his manager, Al Heyman. He always used to give that, "Oh, well, I'll do what Al Heyman says" type of BS. But many drooled for that fight. Paul Williams versus Mayweather was like Hearns Leonard in that era. Okay, we never seen that fight, but it was there. Margarito after he knocks out Cotto. That's the biggest fight could be made at that time, Margarito. And now Floyd maybe is really lucky because look at Margarito was probably cheating the whole time, but that doesn't take away from the fact that at that moment, those two were the biggest names of that era. And then you have the Pacquiao, December 09. And that day when he defeated Miguel Cotto, that fight was at the highest peak that it was ever going to get to. And they missed that one too. So, and I still say shame on Al Heyman because there's a few of them that he missed. That's Sergio Martinez. Does everyone know that if Floyd would have took that Martinez fight late in his career, he would have been fighting a one-legged Martinez and probably would have stopped him too, like Cotto did? That's incredible. Floyd would have actually been undefeated and the WBC middleweight champion of the world. Yeah, they missed that one. Someone didn't do good scouting, I'm telling you. The whole Pacquiao fiasco, they missed that one too. If Floyd would have whooped Pacquiao after the third Marquez fight, there was no need for Pacquiao to fight Marquez.